Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about medical termination of pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases, and infertility under the heading of reproductive health. This slide is all about the medical termination of pregnancies. Unintentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before full term is called medical termination of pregnancy or induced abortion. Nearly 45 to 50 million MTPs are performed in a year all over the world, which accounts to be 1/5 of the total number of conceived pregnancies in a year. MTPs are considered relatively safe during the first trimester, that is, up to 12 weeks of pregnancy. Second trimester abortions are much more riskier. One disturbing trend observed is that a majority of the MTPs are performed illegally by unqualified persons, which are not only unsafe but could be fatal too. This slide is all about the sexually transmitted diseases. Diseases which are communicable diseases and are also known as the VDs or RTIs, that is, reproductive tract infections. These are the infections and communicable diseases which are transmitted from an infected person to a healthy person but susceptible person during unprotected relation. These are generally acquired diseases and usually affect the reproductive system of the person but may spread to the other body parts as well. Though these can affect a person of all the age groups, but their incidences rate is found to be very high among persons in the age group of 50 to 24 years. Commonly found STDs are, that is, warts, gonorrhea, syphilis, and hepatitis B. Their general symptoms of the STDs are early symptoms and are minor symptoms. They include itching, fluid discharge, slight pain, swelling, etc. Measures to prevent STDs. One should be monogamy. Monogamy means that the one should have the single partner. Avoid homosexuality and use of condoms if required. Consult qualified doctor if someone is suffering from STDs. This is all about the infertility. A discussion on reproductive health is incomplete without a mention of infertility. A large number of couples all over the world, including India, are infertile. There are many causes of infertility. It may be physical diseases, congenital, drugs, immunological, or it may be psychological causes. But because of the science and technology, we have assistant reproductive technologies to overcome this problem, and it is also known as ART, commonly known as in vitro fertilization or test tube baby, in which in vitro fertilization, the fertilization is done in the test tube. Ova is taken from the female body and sperm from the male body, and after the formation of zygote, the zygote is transferred in the female's body for the normal development of the embryo. The zygote or early embryos up to 8 blastomeres could then be transferred into the fallopian tube, and that is known as ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. If the zygote has more than 8 blastomeres, more than 8 cells, then it is transferred to the uterus. In that condition, it is called intrauterine transfer. The another technique is transfer of an ovum collected from a donor into the fallopian tube, that is gamete intrafallopian transfer of another female who cannot produce one but can provide suitable environment for fertilization and further development is another method. Another method is intracytoplasmic sperm injection, that is ICSI, which is a specialized procedure to form an embryo in the laboratory in which a sperm is directly injected into the ovum. Infertility cases either due to the inability of the male partner to inseminate the female or due to the very low sperm count in the ejaculates could be corrected by artificial insemination technique. In this technique, the semen collected either from the husband or a healthy donor is artificially introduced either into the vagina or into the uterus, that is known as intrauterine inseminations of the female. So this is all about the infertility. With this, the chapter 4 reproductive health is completed.